Do you want to use your super into profitable investment property in the near future? This is how you do it. If you house owner in Australia, at the start it's really hard to provide down payment. Really hard to provide all the documents that you need to provide to the developer. No, and everything is hard, and that's normal for the startup. But if you have super sitting in your account for long years and giving you a small interest every year, why don't you use your super into investment property? No, because if you put your super into investment property, real estate, it gives you more profit in the long run, especially if you keep the property for 5 to 10 years. Everyone knows how expensive is the house here in Perth and in Australia, and how the interest rate going up and down, and the value of the house keeps going up every year, 5 to 7%. The value of the house in the whole Australia keeps going up. So in the long run, your real estate gives you freedom financially, gives you good future for your family, for your wife, and for your kids. So why don't you start now? Okay. It only needs a lot of guts to start, but once you're in there, once you settle your property, everything goes nice and smoothly. And the only hard part is from first to third year, but after that really goes pretty well, because most of the payment that you need to pay to the bank is through your rentals. So you help some people to provide roof in their head, and at the same time they help you as well to pay your weekly payment for the bank. So how to set up? To set up the self-managed super fund, you need to provide director's ID. You can get the director's ID from your Google or from your Apple. So I get mine from Apple, and you need to choose the one with yellow and blue background, the Australian ID. Okay, and to get that ID, director's ID, you need to provide your passport, your driver's license, your Medicare card, email address, and pictures. Okay, because that's director's ID is the one that you're always going to use when you're opening up your MyGov, or you're linking something in MyGov, and that's one of the requirements. Okay, then after that, you need to set up SMSF form, or corporate trustee, which means your super is gonna be transferred into self-managed super fund, meaning to say that you're gonna be the owner, you're the trustee of your super fund. So you're gonna need to manage your super by yourself, and that's the one that you're going to use for your investment property. And to do that one, you need an accountant. I know a really good accountant. She is the one helped me a lot to change my super into self-managed super fund. So to do that one, it cost you 5,000 Australian dollar to set up the self-managed super fund. Okay, So, and then the accountant is going to provide you all the necessary documents that you need to provide, and she's going to help you all the steps of the way. So there's a procedure on how to do and how to fill up, and the procedure on how to get all the necessary documents. And from setting up the self-managed super fund, you need to prepare a company name and a fund name. So those name, company name and the fund name. Okay, and the company name that you're going to provide is it's up to you, but that company name is the company name as well that you're going to use in every businesses that you're going to make. So if you're a tradee, you can put a company name related to your trade. Then once you fill up all the necessary documents for self-managed super fund, she's going to send you other documents that need to be filled up, and that is there's a couple of documents: the SMSF trust deeds, SMSF minutes of meeting, company registration, company constitution, and company formation of minutes. So all of these documents you need to photocopy. You need to have a hard copy and sign all the necessary signatory that you need to sign. And then some of these you need witness, and some of this as well you need not only witness but need to be a qualified witness. The qualified witness sometimes are accountant or attorney, lawyer, or a pharmacist, or engineer. So it's up to you on those whom you know. Okay, you can either just go to post office or to the pharmacist to ask for a signature. And the trust deeds, that's an important one. You need to fill up everything in there that you need to be filled up, even the beneficiaries. You need to put your wife's name and the kid's name and how many percentage that you're going to give to them. Okay, you need to put that information in the beneficiary section. And then keep that one, because when you apply for a bank, they're going to ask for that one. And when you do your conveyancing, they need to ask for trust deeds as well. So you need to scan it and put in your PDF, and then ready to go. Okay, after that you need to set up the bank. And to set up the bank, she's going to send you all the details that you need to do. And to set up the bank, you need to prepare certified true copy of either your passport or your driver's license. They're going to ask for that. And you need to get ESA as well. ESA is electronic services addresses. This is a link to Australian Post, because this ESA is a requirement for you to roll over your fund from your super to self-managed super fund. That's why you need to do that one. And then after that's only cost $59. And then after that, you need to link the ESA and your self-managed super fund to ATO, Australian Tax Office. Okay, once you link that one, you can start requesting for rollover. Rollover means your fund from your super is going to be transferred to your self-managed super fund. So it's up to you if you want to roll over everything, or if you want to keep something in your super fund and just transfer the money that you need for your investment property. Okay, and then once you have your bank, Normally the bank that they're going to give you is Macquarie Bank. Then the Macquarie Bank is going to give you the cash management accelerator account, and the other with the BSBN account number, and the other one is cash management account with the BSB and account number as well. Those different BSB and different account numbers. And that cash management account is the one that you're going to use to roll over your fund. Okay, so use that BSB and then account. And then when you log into your Macquarie Bank, you need to look for the welcome notes or welcome statement from that bank, because when you roll over your money, the super fund that your super fund is going to ask for the welcome letter from that bank. So that letter and certified true copy of your passport or license, they're going to require that one. Okay, so once everything is finished, once you already have your settlement, on the settlement there's a couple of fees that you need to pay as well during the settlement, and the other one is the bearer trust. So the trust deeds is different to the bearer trust. In setting up your self-managed super fund cost you 5,000. From the bearer trust cost you 2,375. So those two are two different things, but you need to get those trust. That's for the security of the property. And then don't forget, you need to pay as well the stamp duty. Stamp duty is 5.32% of the whole price of your property. So it doesn't matter whatever price of the property that you're going to buy, then 5.32% of that one goes to the stamp duty. Okay, and then so that's pretty much it. That's a bit complicated if you're going to do it yourself, but if you have an accountant definitely that is going to help you. And from that, the accountant that I know, she's going to help you every step of the way. If you need questions, you just send her a message or just call her, and she's going to help you. She knows how to do it very well. She is certified CPA here in Australia and own a business as well. And then once you have that finished, you just need to wait until your settlement is done. And as I mentioned before, the only hard part is the starting, and once you start, everything goes well. And by the way, all the costs that I mentioned to you before, all the costs that you're gonna spend in setting up the self-managed super fund, the bear trust, the deeds, all that cost is gonna be returning it back to you once your super money roll to your or transfer to your self-managed super fund, because it is related to business. If you spend how much money you spend in there, that all goes back to your original account, meaning to say you didn't need to spend any penny from your pocket. Everything is in your super. And by the way, once you settle everything, and if says that you already started your rental, so I give you an example. If you have rental, if you have a weekly payment for your mortgage of 1,000, and if you have a rental of 700, so you have 300 negative gearing. Don't worry about the 300 negative gearing. That 300 comes from your super. So the 300, the negative gearing is the one who's paying is your super account, your self-managed super fund, not from your own pocket. So everything goes from your super. Okay? And remember, you can't withdraw any money from super not related to your uh, business. Otherwise, every year you're going to report everything to the ATO, and once they found out that you're spending your super money not related to your business, you're gonna need to pay a penalty. Okay, so be aware of that one. And then yeah, because we know, as I mentioned before, the housing price goes up every year. Imagine if you keep the property for 10 years, how much it's gonna cost? How much it's gonna cost, how much profit you're gonna get. So that's the main thing that you need to think about. Instead of your super money is just sitting on your account for how many years and just give you a small profit, why don't you use to buy investment property? This is a good opportunity for every one of us. Why don't you use it? And definitely I gonna tell you guys, definitely it gives you good financial freedom in the near future. Okay, that's the only thing that I wanted to say. If you have any more questions on how to do self-managed super fund, if you have questions about equity, how to use your equity to buy real estate, if you have questions on how to buy property using your first home buyer, just let me know. Give me a call, give me a message through my messenger, and we'll talk about it. Then I'm going to refer you to the correct person who is trustworthy, who is reliable, and is going to help you every step of the way. Thank you very much, guys, and God bless us all. Bye-bye. Until next time.